Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of today's home tour. I'm your host, Jason Will, real estate broker with Blueprint Realty Company. And today we're going to tour one of Brittany Hammock's newest listings in the Haddon section of Ross Bridge. And this thing is fine, y'all, and it's got a lot of living space, over 3,600 square feet of living space inside. We've got a 3-car garage, we got a finished basement, we have got a chef's kitchen, but more importantly than that, just wait till you walk in there. I mean, the natural light, it is so refreshing. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's inviting. I love natural light, and I've never seen natural light like this. And I'm not talking about the beer, all right? And we can't do another take because it's hotter than Hades out here, and I got to go inside. So stay with me. I'm going to try to keep my focus today. Focus on the house, focus on the amenities. You're going to want to stay tuned because this one's fancy, y'all. All right, y'all, welcome inside. I know I'm grateful to be indoors because it is August in Hoover, Alabama, and the sun is scorching hot today. So I'm gonna really take my time and soak up as much of this free AC as I can. All right, so you come in the house, let's do some logistics. You come in the house, to your right, we've got a really spacious, elegant, formal dining space. So if you're into having dinner parties and things like that, and you like to entertain, that's going to be an ideal space for you. So the first doorway to your left is going to be your primary suite. It's your really elegant ensuite bath there. And then it just flows right into this grand living space, great room, just a big congregational space. And you can just tell from the double-sided gas fireplace, this whole section of the home is just designed to be a prime gathering space, a prime entertaining space. So very, very well laid out main level floor plan in my opinion. Before we make our way into the kitchen, I just wanted to point out, we've got all the component wiring right here to put a flat screen TV above the fireplace. I know this area looks a little bit formal, a little bit maybe overly formal, but it is professionally staged. And staging is vital, right? To give you some vision, to help your vision, help you visualize where you're gonna be placing your furniture pieces. There's plenty of room in here for a sectional and all the furniture pieces to make this a little less formal, more cozy is my point. And it only took me 17 takes to get here, y'all. So amen to that. For as elegant as this kitchen is, I think what I'm digging the most in here, the vibe I'm getting is just, gosh, it's incredibly spacious. Just the width you have of the walking lanes in here. You've got an oversized area there for your breakfast table, but the amenities are just incredible. I would just think of holidays in here when you got the fire going and it's the double-sided fireplace, and maybe you got some people in here prep cooking, you got other people out in the living room watching Christmas movies. You are separate but also combined. So that's really great in my opinion. You got really attractive GE stainless steel appliances. I love the pendant lighting and the way it all flows over the breakfast table. You've got a big island breakfast bar for the kiddos. And then you have a modest pantry space, but I think it's ample in terms of storage space for all you need to do there. But you do have a ton of storage down here as well. So I'm giving very high marks for this kitchen and interested to hear your thoughts. I know you ladies out there really dig a laundry room with built-ins. So, you know, you can put your front loaders in these spaces that I'm in right now, but having this table right here to fold the laundry on top of, I think is a really nice amenity. And yeah, I just needed a break to sit down. All right, you guys, if I've learned anything over the course of 20 plus years of marriage, it is this, okay? It's not about me at all, right? It truly is happy wife, happy life. If you've never heard that, or if that's just never sunk in until now, I hope it finally does, because it'll change your life. But I really feel like the kitchen, as fine as it is and as big and bougie of a king suite this is back here, the privacy of it, the natural light, but everything's drawn, so it's just, you know, all this natural light just flood in here. Same with the bathroom, and then it's got this fancy mirror with the light around it. I don't even know what that's called, but I know that's fancy, all right? So it's got all the things. I think this room, the house, you know, you bring your wife here, she's gonna be like, yeah, this is it. This is what I've been looking for. This is my Ross Bridge dream home. This is my lifestyle upgrade I've been dreaming about, dear. All right, y'all, this is not just your run-of-the-mill deep garden soaking tub. This is a jetted tub. So you know what that means. Bow, chicka, bow, wow. No, not really. That means if you have, you know, back issues, or maybe you have a strenuous day, maybe you're one of those crazy CrossFit people, and you have a really strenuous workout, you can just come in here and get that spa-like experience. And that's a perfect way to describe this primary ensuite bath. Look at me, I'm just a marketing guy, not a marketing genius, but everything just flows. I'm gonna turn the camera around just a second and show you this mirror. I'm pretty sure my wife would like that. She's talked about replacing the mirror in our bathroom, and I'm pretty sure she'd love to replace it with something like this. Nimble as a cat. All right, what am I talking about now, other than the fact that I don't know what the hell this mirror is, but it's pretty damn cool. Look, this mirror's got buttons on it. And what does this do? All right. Oh, look at that. Oh, it changed. Oh. All right, y'all. Let me give you husbands out there a little tutorial. So when you show this house, or you're touring this house with your significant other, you can really impress her. Like, oh, honey, I think you would love this mirror. Look at it, changes colors. All right, that's the extent of my knowledge with it. But you can see there, I mean, bam, bam. I don't know what these colors do like for your face, but it definitely serves some purpose. But I'm just trying to help you out here and doing a bad job of it. What are y'all still doing down there? It's time to check out the upstairs. Come on. look at all this living space. There's so much you could do with this. It's got everything set up right now, or looks like there's a lot of the components. I see surround sound and things like that. So in its prior life, this room looked like it was, a theater room, a media room, but I think it's interesting to look at it from a different perspective, especially if you have, let's say, some aging parents that you want to move in with you here. There's plenty of room, I think, to add like a little kitchenette in here and still have an abundant space for furniture and dining and all that stuff. Full bath right here behind me. To my left right here, we've got a really nice size guest room. And then when you leave this door here, that takes you to the garage, and then there's an exterior door that you don't have to use, the garage doors to get in and out. So they would have their own dedicated access, but also like if you want to put all the kids stuff, because once we get to the third level, there's not a landing space up there. There's no extra space up there. There's just those 3 bedrooms and those 2 baths. So this could also be like a catch-all for all the kids crap. And since it is, leading out and into from the garage, this could be the place where they, their game room and all their stuff. And so all their crap, their play stuff is like out of sight, out of mind. So a lot of possibilities with this space, and I just can't say enough about it, and I better shut up before I screw up this clip. All right, we've made our way to the backyard, and unfortunately I found myself back in the heat, but at least I'm in the shade, and there's a nice little breeze flowing through here, which is nice. So we've got a really spacious covered back porch here. I would screen this in. It would be just ideal if it was screened in. You got so much room here for grills and TVs, but I would put a bed swing out here. It's a very private setting, which is really, really important to me. I'm looking at woods here. Then we have this utility easement, which provides a really nice buffer from the neighbors across. This is more of a side yard configuration, so if that's a negative to you, just kind of keep that in mind. But I think there is ample yard here, most of it around this side of the house. But we're not going to finish up here. I'm going to show you the access point by which you can take your golf cart safely, cross Ross Bridge Parkway, and then take it all the way into the main village of Ross Bridge, and then going to show you the closest pool to the house so you can kind of see what that looks like. Okay, we're at the main entrance of the subdivision here, and once you come in, you've got a golf cart path to your left that's going to take you to this secret tunnel that's going to lead you over to the pathway to the main area of the community. How cool is that? I mean, the kids are going to love it. They love stuff like this, and big kids like me too. All right, so whether you're on a golf cart or the kids are on a bike, they just want to bike to the resort town of Ross Bridge and maybe get something from the convenience store or something, they can safely pass through here, which takes them under Ross Bridge Parkway. So that is a really, really cool amenity, I think. All right, y'all, hope you've enjoyed this episode of today's Home Tour on Ross Bridge. Again, I'm your host, Jason Will, real estate broker at Blueprint Realty Company. And we're gonna sign off today from Shades Crest Park. It's one of the nicest common areas, in my opinion, in Ross Bridge. It really blows Village Center away. Again, that's just my opinion. But you have, I think, the nicest playground in all of the community here, the resort community, and one of the nicest pools. This pool, probably second only to the Hamptons pool, but it has things that the Hamptons pool doesn't. You know, the Hamptons pool is really geared towards little kids. This is a place that's gonna be a little bit more chill. You're gonna find a little bit of an older crowd here. I love that it's, you know, kind of encompassed by all these trees, so you have some shade. But the pavilion area there is really nice. So you can reserve these spaces for parties and birthday parties and things like that. So it's got one of the nicest areas to do that in. And what else can I tell you? Other than, I hope I piqued your interest about Ross Bridge. And then just give me a call or shoot me a text if you got questions or you want to set up a private tour. That's 251-583-9728. And again, that website is rossbridgelistings.com. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode.